Okay, I'm here with my friend Lynette up at Bandana Ranch, and she's going to show us a little bit around her yard and her property here. She's done some hugel beds and some gardening this year. She finally got things squared away so she can start tackling the things that she really wanted, so, like the garden stuff. So Lynette, why don't I just kind of turn it over to you and give us a little tour of your place here.
Alrighty, come on over here.
Okay. It's a nice deck out here. These trees around here. See, we're in a kind of a desert environment, but you're making it look very comfortable and green.
We sit at 6,800 feet right here.
6,800 feet.
So come on up here, I'll show you my strawberry bed.
Oh, the wind. It's
So
gonna.
I had an old satellite dish, and I thought,
Okay.
and I took it down and I
Oh.
made my strawberry bed. It's worked out well.
Oh, so this is kind of the reuse, recycle, and repurpose.
And all I did was laid over the weeds. I laid down cardboard, and then my horse manure, and then my compost, and then wood chips on top.
Okay, so it's a sheet mulching base, and then your strawberries in there.
Yeah. And I've been getting strawberries. I know you're not supposed to do it the first year, but man, they've been good. So.
All right.
So
That's beautiful.
And then this winter, I'm going to just cover it with about a foot of leaves to help it through the winter.
You gonna get a lot of snow out here? What's the environment like?
It's iffy. It could go from year to year how much snow you get.
Okay.
So.
Gets kind of cold though, I know that.
Yep, cold. So.
We're gonna get cold. Okay, what else do you have?
Okay, and then over here.
There's Taz, a trustful companion.
Then over here I started some hugel beds just as an experiment.
Okay.
And then I just put this fence around it for deer. So.
Sure. You got a lot of deer up here,
Yeah.
so.
Deer and rabbits has been keeping the rabbits out too.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
And I got some comfrey going. I ordered online. That's just one of them, but I got 4 more in here.
Okay. Good.
And then this is my spinach and romaine lettuce and curly kale.
Now we're just entering September, and this is doing great. I see you got peas still producing.
Yep, these were smaller peas when I pulled out my big peas, but it started cooling off, so I'm letting them just still come from the spring. And we just ate a couple. So. And then I stuck this. I think it's a French drain. I'm not sure what it is exactly. Down in here to keep my hugel wood moist. I don't. That was my idea. I don't know if it's been working, but it seems to have kept the soil a lot.
It looks like it's served its purpose.
And then I, I've got a couple volunteers like that cucumber and this tomato over here. I guess they were still in my compost, but I got a little baby cucumber right here.
Oh yeah.
And then there's tomatoes on here, but they're still green. They look like some type of cherry tomato.
Huh. Okay.
And then a spaghetti squash came up as a volunteer over here.
Well, look at that. It's a squash will support its own weight. It'll build its neck as thick as it needs to support it.
And then there's another one down there.
Okay.
And then I got beans. I thought these were pole beans, but they were bush beans. But they've been doing really well.
Yeah.
Really well. And then here's some nice Anaheim peppers right here.
Well, look at the size of those. Let's get a close-up of those.
Oh, and here's
That's
a spaghetti squash
beautiful.
that fell off, I guess. Oh no, it's on a vine down here.
Crawled
Oh,
over there. He's still.
and then these are all hugel beds. So
Okay.
this broccoli's just been prolific. This is 4 plants right here, and I've had ample. I've frozen some. I've given some away. And actually, I only started my garden because our last frost date's around the middle of June. I put everything that wasn't cold hardy out here in the middle of June.
My first frost date is coming up in the next 5 days. So
it could be any day.
It could be any time.
And it's chilling off, so.
Yeah, it is.
And then I've got a couple nectarine trees I'm going to try this year. And in a minute, I'll show you my hugel pit, my compost pit I got going for nutrients to plant this one tree in.
Oh, okay.
We'll see how that's going to work. Hopefully it'll give it a good jump start.
Yeah.
And then rainbow chard's doing really well here.
Oh, look
I'm
at
just
that.
picking it and picking it, but it's yummy.
It just keeps coming back.
And I don't eat bread, but I use these leaves to make wraps, and BLT wraps are just fabulous with these.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
yep. And then over here I got some, I guess it's pumpkin. I couldn't read the label with what Bob gave me, so.
Uh-huh.
And then there's one growing in between the fence here.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. How you going to get him out?
I'll just open this,
Oh, okay.
but he's all right for now. And then I've got crookneck squash coming in.
Yeah.
And I never did get my just plain yellow zucchini coming in right here for some reason. I think they didn't get pollinated well enough or something.
Look at those cherry tomatoes behind you.
These are sweet 100s.
Everywhere.
And they were only 4 inches tall to begin with.
Oh, those look delicious.
Yeah, they are. Do you want one?
I do. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, these are really good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's wonderful.
So I make a Greek salad out of all my greens and stuff, and then I make a Greek dressing and then throw some feta in it with these little tomatoes and all my greens
Uh-huh.
and rainbow chard, and it's really good.
Is this the local feta?
Yes, with the
Okay.
goat feta.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's terrific. Now tell me a little bit about how did you build these Hugo beds?
Okay.
It's usually we do perennials in Hugo beds, but you've turned it into a garden and it's working out great.
It is working out great, and it's staying moist in the heat even in the summer. You know, we had some 95-degree days here and wind.
Very dry up
It's-
here.
And they've stayed pretty moist. And what I did is Bob brought me some aspen of various sizes. And so I didn't dig down, but I just laid those right on the ground.
Okay.
First I laid horse manure, straight horse manure, then the logs. Then a little more horse manure, and then I made my compost
Okay.
out of just some silty soil I get down below my property where it washes down a lot. I've got a little skid steer, so I just go down and get it. And then I mix it with my horse manure for about...
Because you have several horses here on the
Yep,
property, don't
yes, and that makes... I guess it's working great because that soil, here you go. And then
There
I
you go.
dressed it with some, you know, organic materials and then some wood chips.
you? Okay.
And I've
Good.
been doing the chop and drop method in my garden too.
Yeah.
I probably need to cut some of these up a little more, but it's seeming to work pretty well.
So you're giving right back.
Yeah.
That's good.
So
So these beds they're about 3 feet tall. So you have about a foot and a half of the wood, and then all your materials on top of that, and that's worked out really good. There's 3 beds in here.
I left them healed up too, because then if you just tend to soak water in, it tends to just kind of migrate down like that. And
Right. It'll
water
spread out a
everything.
little bit. Yeah.
And I think you can get more in a hill from what I've seen, seems
Yeah.
to me. And I planted close just for, you know, weed suppression. I haven't hardly had to weed in here.
Yeah.
And I've laid cardboard down in the aisles, but, you know, I'd like to get more wood chips and put in the aisles. And then I got a little bit of cilantro under here still that didn't go to seed on me, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my cilantro hasn't gone to seed, but it is bitter.
Oh, this isn't too bitter yet. Then these carrots and beets have been really good, and got a bunch of jalapenos.
Oh, look at those.
They're just,
Ooh,
I'm gonna,
yeah.
yeah.
What are you
yeah.
gonna do with them?
Well, since it's gonna be freezing pretty soon, I'm gonna ferment. I'm gonna throw in some green beans and jalapenos and garlic, and just do a brine on top of them, and let them, you know, sit out for 5 days, and then.
And then invite me over.
Yes. Hopefully, I have enough to give you a jar.
Oh, this is terrific. All right. Well, thanks for your time, and I'll cut this out. We're at about 9 minutes here, and this is just blowing me away what you've done here, because I saw before you started. Yeah.
I haven't gardened for 12 years at least, and I've never tried one up here. So.
Oh my goodness. So this is you've got to have a pat on your back and a feather in your cap for this one. This is awesome.
Thank you, Bob.
Great beginning.